Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's practice, we'll open into the chest. So this will be a good practice if you are hunched over a desk all day, or if you just want to open up into the chest and the shoulder area. So we'll go ahead and get started, and you can find a comfortable seat if you haven't already. And if it feels sufficiently safe, you can bring your eyes to a close, or you can just soften and lower the gaze. And we'll start with our 3 deep breaths, as always, to settle into the space and into the practice. Inhaling fully through the nose, and exhaling to sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling fully, and let it go. And final time, inhaling, deepest breath you've taken all day. And exhale to let it go. And you can softly, gently blink open the eyes if you brought them to a close. And then we'll just start to move some energy into the body. So starting with the neck as always, the right ear drops over to the right shoulder. And just allowing the head to be heavy here, stretching into the left side of the neck. We inhale back towards center. And exhale, left ear, left shoulder. One more time each side. Inhale back towards center. And exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Maybe this time you bring the right hand to the left ear. Just applying a little pressure, not much. And releasing the hand, inhaling back towards center. And exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Option to bring left hand to right ear. And exhaling the hand back toward the knee and bringing the head back towards center. Moving into the shoulders. On the inhale, we roll them up toward the ears. And exhale to roll them back. And just taking that a few more times at your own pace. And taking that in the opposite direction. So inhaling to send the shoulders up. And exhaling to roll them forward. And exhaling to come back towards center. And we'll inhale, we send the arms up toward the sky. Maybe we look up toward the hands. And exhale, we side bend over toward the right, and we send that left arm up and over. And then we'll bring the left hand behind the head. And we inhale, we lift the elbow, we send the chest up toward the sky. And exhale, we round the spine, drawing the elbow down toward that right knee. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we round. And final time, inhale. And exhale. Finding our way back towards center, sending the arms up toward the sky. And exhale, we side bend over toward the left this time. And once again, we bring the right hand behind the head. We inhale, lift the chest up toward the sky, send the elbow toward the back of the room. And exhale, we round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Final time, inhale. And exhale. And inhale once again, we lift, sending the arms up toward the sky. And this time we interlace the hands behind the head. And we inhale, we lift the chest. We look up toward the sky. We bring the elbows wide. And exhale, we round the spine, chin toward chest, elbows drawing toward each other. 2 more times. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, round. Final time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we come back towards center. And this time on the exhale, we side bend over toward the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, take us to the left. Final time, inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. And exhale to the left. Inhale back towards center. And then go ahead and release the hands. And we'll find our way to tabletop. So coming to all fours, wrist under shoulders, knees under hips, and we'll move through a few rounds of cat-cow. So in our inhale, we lift the chest, we lift the tailbone, belly softens, we look forward. And on the exhale, we round, press the earth away, chin draws in toward the chest. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, round. And taking that a few more times at your own pace. Maybe lifting the chest a little higher with every inhale and rounding the spine a little deeper with every exhale. And coming back towards center to a neutral spine and taking whatever movements feel good. So it can be circles with the hips, with the torso, rolls with the spine, whatever feels intuitive. And then whatever movement you chose, just take that in the opposite direction. And exhaling to release, coming back towards center. We'll bring the right hand behind the head once again. And we inhale, we send that elbow up toward the sky, sending the chest up toward the sky. And exhale, elbow toward mat. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we lower. And final time, inhale. And exhale. And this time we inhale to lift and we send that right arm up toward the sky. And exhale, we take threaded needles. So we send that right arm under the left. And then we bring the right side ear, right shoulder to the mat. Option to send the left arm long toward the front of the mat. And then you can stay here if this is enough. If you want to go a little further, you can extend that left leg out toward the left side of the room. And then maybe start to walk that left arm over toward the right, opening the chest up toward the sky. Maybe looking up toward the sky. And exhale to release, coming back towards center. And then we inhale, we send that right arm back up toward the sky. Maybe you find that the chest opens a little more. And exhale to let it go. And then we take it to the other side and we bring the left hand behind the head. We inhale, we send that elbow up toward the sky, open into the chest. And exhale, we lower. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, lower. Final time, inhale. And exhale. And we inhale to lift this time, extending that left arm up toward the sky. And exhale, threaded needle, sending left arm under right, left side ear, left shoulder to the mat. Option to send the right arm toward the front of the room. And once again, you can stay here or you can send that right leg out toward the right side of the room. Start to walk the right hand over toward the left, opening the chest and the gaze up toward the sky. And exhaling to release, coming back towards center. And then we inhale, we send that left arm back up toward the sky. And exhale to let it go. Coming into puppy pose, we start to walk the hands forward, extending the arms long, releasing the chest down toward the mat. An option to stay here if this is enough. If you want to go a little deeper, maybe you bring the elbows down toward the mat, bringing the palms to touch, bringing the thumbs either behind the neck or at the top of the back. And then keep sending the chest down toward the mat. Keep lifting the rib cage and the hips up and away from the mat. And exhaling to release, bringing the hands back to the mat if you brought them to the neck. And then we inhale, so we'll come back upright, coming into tabletop. And then we walk the knees back slightly. We tuck the toes, hips to heels, hips up toward the sky, coming into our first downward facing dog. Spreading the fingers wide, pressing the earth away, drawing the hips up toward the sky, drawing the heels down toward the mat, even if they don't touch, just energetically sending them down. And you can pedal out the feet here. Maybe find some twists side to side. And exhaling to release, coming back towards center. On our inhale, we send the right leg up toward the sky, coming into a down dog split. And on the exhale, we step the foot through between the hands, coming into a runner's lunge, and then we lower the left knee down to the mat. On our inhale, we send the arms up toward the sky, coming into a low lunge. And you can choose your depth, so you can have the right leg more than a 90-degree angle with the knee over the ankle, or you can walk the foot a little forward and sink a little more into the hip, your choice. And once again, inhaling with extended arms, and exhaling to interlace hands behind the head. We inhale, we lift the chest, we send the gaze up toward the sky, we bring the elbows wide. And exhale, we bring the elbows in toward each other, we round into the upper spine, chin toward chest. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we round. Final time, inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we frame that right foot at the top of the mat. We tuck the toes, we lift the left knee, and then we start to walk the hands over toward the left side of the mat. So we're coming into a wide forward fold. On our inhale, we'll interlace the hands at the low back, sending the arms long. And on the exhale, we fold forward, sending that interlace up and overhead. Releasing the arms back down toward the mat, or hands back down toward the mat. And we'll bring that left hand to the right ankle or foot or shin, whatever you can grab. And then we'll send that right arm up and over, bringing the right fingertips to the left hip crease. And we'll start to turn the chest up toward the sky, pulling against that right leg. Exhale to release. We take it to the other side. Right hand to left foot, ankle, shin, whatever you can grab. And we inhale, sending that left arm up and over, bringing left fingertips to right hip crease, turning the chest up toward the sky. And exhale to let it go. Coming upright, we bring hands to hips. And we're coming into goddess pose, so we'll turn the toes so that they face out toward the corners of the mat. And we take a big breath in. And exhale, we bend the knees, sit the hips low, coming into goddess. We'll bring the hands a little bit above the knees. We take a big breath in here at center. And on the exhale, the right shoulder drops in. We look over the left shoulder. Think about pressing the knees toward the back of the room. We inhale back towards center. And exhale, the left shoulder drops in, and we look over the right shoulder. Inhale back towards center. And exhale, we find a fold forward once again. And then we walk the hands to frame the right foot, top of the mat. We step it back, plank pose. And we lower the knees, we lower the chest all the way down to the ground. Taking cobra pose, we inhale, lifting the chest, and you can take a little cobra or a higher cobra. And exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. And we'll take it to the other side. Inhale, that left leg lifts, down dog split. And exhale, we step it through between the hands, top of the mat, runner's lunge, and then lower the right knee to the mat. When you're ready, we inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, we interlace hands behind the head. Inhale, we lift the chest, look up toward the sky. And exhale, we round, chin to chest. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we round. Final time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we frame that left foot, top of the mat. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. And then we'll start to walk the hands toward the right side of the mat, coming into our wide forward fold. Once again, we inhale, bringing the hands to the low back, sending the arms long. And exhale, we fold forward. Exhaling to release the hands to the mat. We take our twist again, left hand to right ankle, foot, shin, and we send that right arm up toward the sky, and then bring the right fingertips to the left hip crease. Exhale to let it go. Take it to the other side. Right hand to left ankle, foot, shin. Inhale and send the left arm up and over. And bringing the fingertips to the right hip crease. And exhaling to release, coming back towards center. Once again, we bring hands to hips. I'm just going to face you for this. And we come into our goddess pose again. So we turn the toes out. We bend the knees, set the hips low. Bring hands a little bit above the knees. Inhale here. And exhale, we drop the right shoulder in. Maybe look over the left, press the knees back. Inhale, center. And exhale. Drop in the left shoulder, look over the right. Inhale, back towards center. And exhale, we find our forward. And then we start to walk the hands to frame that left foot at the top of the mat now. And then we plant the hands, step it back, plank pose. We lower knees, we lower the chest all the way down. And then we inhale to lift the chest, cobra pose. And exhale, we press it back, downward facing dog. We take a big breath in here. And on the exhale, we lower the knees down toward the mat. And we're coming to kneel. So you can go ahead and sit the hips back toward the heels. And we inhale, we send the arms up toward the sky. And on the exhale, we interlace hands at the low back. And then we inhale, we send the arms long away from the low back. We send the chest and the gaze up toward the sky. You can even start to send the interlace down toward the mat if you'd like, if that feels accessible. Just keep lifting through chest, and wherever you are, we hold for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, we let it go, finding our way back upright. And then go ahead and bring the hands down toward the mat and find your way all the way down to the belly. And we'll take a scorpion stretch here. So we send the right arm out toward the right side of the room. We start to roll over onto that right arm, maybe stepping left foot behind right leg, and just let the head be heavy here. Option to even send that left arm behind the back as well, maybe interlacing hands or interlacing fingers if that feels good, if that's accessible here. And exhaling to release, coming back toward the belly. And we just take that to the other side. So we send the left arm long, rolling over onto that left arm. Option to step that right foot behind the left leg. Once again, option to interlace fingers behind the back, extending the arms long. And exhaling to release, coming back toward the belly. And then rolling over onto the back. Just for a moment, bringing the knees in toward the chest, finding a little rock side to side. And releasing the soles of the feet to the mat. So feet are hips width distance apart, but they can be wider if you need them to be. And maybe you reach down for the heels with the fingertips. And we're moving into bridge pose. So pressing into all 4 corners of the feet. We inhale, we lift the hips, we keep the tailbone long. And we start to move the chest up toward the chin. And maybe you keep the arms long, maybe you interlace the hands at the low back. And exhale to release, hips to mat. We send knees side to side like windshield wipers. And coming back towards center, we send the legs long. We're coming into a variation of fish pose. So we're going to come up onto the forearms, making sure the elbows are in toward the body. And you can either flex the feet or point the toes. Just find whatever option feels best for you. And then our inhale, we'll start to lift the chest up toward the sky. And you can look up toward the sky. You can look forward. Or you could even look toward the back of the room if that feels good on the back of the neck, but please don't force it. And then slowly exhaling to release, to bring the upper back down toward the mat. And you can bring the feet wide, letting the feet fall out, bringing the hands wide as the mat or as wide as they need to be so that the backs of the shoulders can fully relax and the palms are facing up. And we'll just take a few moments to rest here, allowing the practice to settle over the body. And then just checking in to see how you feel. Hopefully the chest feels a little more open. And feel free to pause this video and stay here as long as you'd like. Otherwise, begin to bring some energy back into the body, wiggling fingers, toes, circling wrists and ankles. Maybe sending the head side to side. And maybe sending the arms overhead, taking a big stretch and stretching through the fingers and stretching through the toes. And then bending the knees, rolling over toward our right side, maybe using the right arm as a pillow for a moment, just letting our bodies know that we've reached the end of this practice. And pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat, just like we started, bringing palms to touch at heart center. Once again, maybe bringing the eyes to close for a moment if that feels safe. And we'll end with 3 deep breaths, just as we started, inhaling fully through the nose. And exhaling to sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling fully. And let it go. Final time, inhale. And let it go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up as it helps me immensely. And let me know in the comments how this practice went for you. You can let me know where you're practicing from, or you can share whatever you'd like to share. And this video was done by request. So if there is a practice that you would like to see, you can let me know about that in the comments below as well. If you have a friend that you think might enjoy this video, please send it to them. If you'd like to support my channel and help me to continue making videos like this, you can buy me a tea, and peppermint is my favorite, just in case you were wondering. And you can also support my channel via Patreon, and all of that information is in the description box below. Once again, I thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a good rest of the day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, be well. Bye.